and welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube video. We've decided to get ahead of the game here, and we, sadly, because of my illness recently, didn't manage to do the Christmas projects we wanted to, but we put those on hold to next year, and we're thinking Valentine's Day. We know that some of you do your stock well ahead of the time, plus if you're a bit further afield, it might take you longer to get your products. And so it's good for us to kind of be thinking Valentine's Day now, and we wanted to bring some couple of projects to you today for Valentine's, and we'll probably bring some more to you over the course of this month. So we're looking at these two projects today. This is the idea of using the word love, and in this one you've got love in relief, so it's the void between the murrine. This is all scrap from our candy mix. Spells love. And then this one we used stringers. And I particularly like the use of, this is our charcoal and French vanilla stringers, which I really love the way it's spelt out the name love, and some of our XL murrine to create this other piece where it's saying love. So today I'm going to show you how to make these two projects. So the first thing we need to do is cut a piece of glass to fit the frame, so that it fits the frame. And then we took a piece of paper and just using Googling cursive love, we got this, we printed it off to the size we wanted and drew the love on the glass. You can see we've actually had to twist it slightly to make sure it's straight on the glass. And then we'll be working with that. Now I'm going to use our charcoal and French vanilla stringers to kind of outline the word love in them. Now this is going to be quite fiddly, and I'm going to just slowly but surely work my way around, breaking the stringers as I need to fit the lines I have. I'm going to have to, some of the stringers are thin, so I might well have to put quite a few layers on, but I'm going to slowly do that.
Yeah, I feel the temptation's taking over my body. You know you're my one and only. Just couldn't wait for you to call me. Life without you couldn't stay enough. So won't you just love me like you used to?
It's quite hard to see because of the black writing, but I've put quite a lot of layers of stringers on this piece. I quite like it. There are lots of different ways you can do writing, and we are going to do a project a little bit later on showing, maybe this month, showing how different ways to do writing. I think you could have done a nice stencil with this and stenciled on the word love and then added the leaves. If you're good with enamels, there's some amazing enamel pieces out there with people like Paula, who is the queen of beautiful enamels, and Mark also does amazing enamels. You could have written it in enamels, but it's not where, what I'm so good at. So I did this. Now I want to sort of decorate around. Now I'm using some of our mostly XL murrine. I'm not going to use a massive amount, I know they're expensive, but I want to sort of decorate around and just add some, I'm just trying to think, I want to add a couple of hearts. You've got to make sure you're not going too close to the edge, because the edge will go into the frame, and always a consideration whenever you're doing anything is, where things are. I realise that's all looking a bit too much. These are our water lilies, but I love them as flowers as well. These are our aventurine green leaves. They're the ones that don't look quite so good at the end, but I like them. We've got some stripy sunset flower as well, and some raspberry ripple vortex. Oh, I'm just, adding things here. I can be extravagant with murrine. I've got, quite a bit back there. If you, but you could make a piece, you know, you could literally say love and just put a flower and 2 leaves, and that would be really cute. So, you know, just think about your budget. Think about if you're making it for a friend, you might want to add more. If you're making it to sell, you know, add 3 pieces of murrine. That's very little stringers, and you've got a nice piece. It's entirely up to how, you know, you want to create it. Just going to put a few more hearts like that. And, you know, for me, that's it. That, you know, will go in the kiln on a tack fuse. The Sharpie will burn off. You guys don't know, Sharpie's a great thing to use to write on. Burns off the kiln, doesn't leave any residue at all, as long as you use the kind of the coloured ones and not metallic ones. So that can go in, go on a tack fuse, and there's a really pretty little love project. I realise I want to add a couple of flamework flowers to this. I just think it will look really cute if they're kind of slightly on the sort of around the love. So I'm just going to add those in as well. It will also kind of give a kind of slightly more 3D feel to the whole project. I'm not worrying about fibre paper on this. I'm just going to sort of place them like so, and then it can go in the kiln. So to start with for this project, I took a piece of glass and I cut it to the size of the frame we needed. I'm doing it on clear because I like the idea of this project, being able to maybe sit on a table and being viewed from both sides. Now I found this image online. This is paper art, and I used that as a template with the idea of where the paper is here, the coloured swirls of paper, I'm going to put murrine, and then you'll have a void saying love. So I'm using our candy mix as much as possible. I'm doing my favourite kind of rainbow idea of candy mix, where I'm going to take sort of pieces of candy mix and sort of fill them up so that the area around the love will be filled. So I'm going to slowly but surely do that, filling it with different rainbow colours. So here it is, all ready to go in the kiln. We've got quite a lot of height here, so I am going to do a good anneal on these. It is slightly, I've noticed now, slightly off centre. It's got 3 centimetres in this side and 2 centimetres on this side, which is, you know, just be a bit aware when you're tracing stuff out to try and make sure that you're getting it in the centre. It's got quite high at the top and small at the bottom, so just, you know, just when you're drawing stuff out, be aware of that. But I think it'll be fine once it's in the frame. It will look lovely. This will, as I said, go in the kiln now on a nice tack fuse with a good anneal at the end to make sure that we're not putting any strain on the grass. So here they are out of the kiln. It has relaxed quite a bit, and we've had a bit of slippage around some points. That means it's slightly kind of less joined up than I would like, but I really like it. I decided in the end to put it in a slightly smaller frame, which means it's sort of slightly more central than it was originally on the glass. I also, rather than having it clear, I decided to back this piece and just put a piece of white paper. This does mean that you could actually do this project on white glass, but I personally feel that Tecta and a piece of white paper is cheaper than white glass, so it kind of works well in that sense. I really love you know, I'm big on rainbows, so I really love the kind of rainbow effect. Again, I think you could maybe put the letters either in enamel or in powder to make them stand out, but I quite like the subtlety of it as well. You might not want your love standing out. This piece, quite hard to get in the frame. We had to bend this piece of metal. These frames are from IKEA, both of them. These are the old box ones. I'm not sure you can get them anymore, but they do have other different ones in stock. And these ones they have in this black or in a really pretty gold colour, which could be great for this. I love this because you can either hang it with this or take this off and have it on the stand. And they're really good value, these frames, and I think they work brilliantly well for the kind of projects. As I said, we bent this whole piece to get this out because of the murrine sticking out, but it's bent back nicely and well, and it still looks really kind of good, good quality. I like this on the clear. I like the fact that you can have it on a stand and kind of come behind it, or you could hang it in a window, but it still look nice from behind. As I said before, I really love the use of the French vanilla and charcoal stringers. I just like the way it spells out the word love. But again, if you're good with enamels, you could write the love in enamels instead and probably get a kind of slicker feel to it and finish. But I really like this one as a pretty little project, and I hope you really like these projects and it's giving you some inspiration for things you can do for Valentine's Day. And if you like this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications to know when we do a new one.
So won't you just love